Hi. Okay, now that we're done annoying them. Hello.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Madison.
And welcome to the very first blog post of our blog on our blog called We're Completely Booked. Our book for this week is Miss Peregrine's Home with Peculiar Children. Almost said Forgotten Children, but that's not the name
Pretty
of it.
much the same thing.
And it's about this teenager named Jacob. He goes on sort of a journey to figure out who his grandfather was and whether or not the stories his grandfather told him when Jacob was a young boy, whether or not they're true, because they seem mythological and not really based in fact.
But there are photographs.
Ah, indeed.
That prove otherwise.
The book is littered with photos, and if you just flip through, they seem sort of random and sort of creepy, but they actually worked into the narrative really well.
It's a story about Jacob trying to find out who he is.
Are you re-synopsising my synopsis?
Yeah, I am. Other than that, like, descriptions were really done, like, over the top. Like, a lot of these descriptions were really nice. Kind of reminded me almost of reading The Grapes of Wrath, just, like, how much, like, detail went into
Oh my gosh, I didn't feel like that at all. That's so funny. I didn't think it was that detailed. He could have
Definitely not up
described,
to
like,
that
a leaf
level.
in a chapter. John Steinbeck.
We're not talking about John Steinbeck
Okay.
right now. After this point, we have spoilers. So, if you're thinking about reading this book and you don't want us to ruin it for you, with pride.
Or if you do, then keep listening.
If you don't, you might want to just go read this book and then come back and watch the rest of this video. Ransom Riggs, which I found out is a guy.
It's a
probably
man!
shouldn't put that in the video. He's a man!
Madison wants to marry him, but he's taken. It's a tough life. I did think that Jacob's talent was predictable.
I also figured out, like, relatively quickly who the main antagonist was.
Right. Even though he's a little bit hidden in there. I did think there were some plot holes in this book, though. Like,
What?
I know, scandal. Like, that Miss Peregrine gives all the kids school lessons every day, but all the kids are like 80, 90, 70, 100 years old. But she's giving them school lessons for the age group, which is like elementary through middle, some high school. And it just seems
That is a little
odd
confusing.
that they would give them those lessons year after year after year after year after year. After 83 years old, you'd think you get like how to add 7 plus 8.
And I thought at the end, like, you know, the dad's sleeping and he's just like, bye. You could have done better. It's much more
It
anticlimactic
definitely had
than I
a
thought.
slow resolution, this book did.
I did like the last sentence, though. This is book 1 of a series, so the last sentence I thought was really good.
We rode faster.
Yeah!
Solid. Real deep.
It's climactic.
Uh-huh.
We need to know what happens next.
Maybe they row slower because they get tired.
Alright.
I will say that I'm a converted skeptic because I did think this was going to be horror-based and that it was going to be creepy, and I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Same.
So I wasn't really excited to read this. But it was more historical and I really enjoyed it, and it's very cool.
Yeah, definitely not a thriller in the sense that most people would consider thrilling. Thriller.
Yeah.
This book gets a rating of 4 sloppy wet kisses with your grandpa's ex-girlfriend out of 5.
Tune in next week for a review of Tony Hogan bought me an ice cream float before he stole my ma.
Say that 5 times fast.
I can't.
Tony Hogan bought me an ice cream float before he
He
stole
stole
my
my
ma.
ma.
Tony Hogan bought me an ice cream float before he stole my ma. Tony Hogan bought me an ice cream float before he stole my ma. I hope this is funny.
You get the point. Also, look on our blog for a follow-up post about Hollow City, which is the second book in this 3-book series. That'll be up before the end of this month, hopefully.
Because we were both gonna read it at some point.
Yes.
If you liked, disliked, agreed, or disagreed with any of our opinions, you can post that below as well. You can also visit us at our website at www.we'recompletelybooked.blogspot.com. And we'd love to start a discussion with you. Email us, you can talk to us, you could like our page, subscribe to us, come visit our channel every once in a while.
Yeah!
We love everything.
Except bad things. Okay, bye!
Bad thing.